These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Good defense stopping that jab. They blocked the left there. They exchange punches. When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he scores with the counter. Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
You have some fighters that are big show, big arena fighters, and they bask in this, they love this, they are born for this. You have other fighters where this would be like the rabbit in the headlights.
Very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? How about that time counter shot? Well done with that counter shot. They're both going for the KO. It's so obvious. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Oh, and that was a big shot to Arthur. Let's tell you about Arthur in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears. Here we go for round two. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nice counter shot. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
To beat a counter puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
They blocked the left there. Nice counter shot. These punches coming from every angle. If you like defense, you're going to love this fighter. Excellent defense. They stay on the outside. They use their jab efficiently, and they don't take damage.
A flat-footed fight. If you've got a dancer out there in front, you've got to cut them off. Cut the ring off. Make the ring small. Put them on the back foot. Put them under pressure.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always... This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Arthur in that last round. Talk about a one-sided... Let's get it started in round three. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That jab doesn't find a home. The perfect counter lands. You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're gonna get knocked out. There's a counter shot. You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They exchange punches. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice counter shot. Arthur in that last round. I promise you, all three. Here we go to the fourth round. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Can't score with that jab. That jab misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Nice counter shot. Nice defense on that jab. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. About Arthur in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. On to the fifth we go. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they went out of steam.
And Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Caution being thrown to the wind. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Arthur in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. There's the bell to start round 6. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
They exchange punches. Insane action. Nice counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Lerone Richards in trouble here. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to...
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. Lerone Richards in trouble here. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Are we about to see Arthur go? Let's talk about Arthur in that last round. As bad as boxing. Here we go, it's round 7. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is...
An illegal move there. They block the hook. The courage on display here is incredible. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter shot. So much firepower here. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only...
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Arthur in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round. Round 8, and we're off again. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Catch and shoot. Counter punch caught him clean. Just missing with the right uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. And Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Perfect counter shot. They blocked the left there. Nice counter punch right up the middle. They blocked that jab. He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Oh, and that was a big shot to Arthur. Talk about Arthur in that last round. He is down big time on the score.
Wow.
There's the bell to start round 9. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Now this is about...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Lyndon Arthur can't take anymore, and down he goes. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
So back into the fray again, but how much do they have left?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your...
Oh my God, Johnny! And Arthur got the worst of that exchange, and he might go down. And down goes Lyndon Arthur. Wow, let's take another look at that.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
They're back on their feet, but how long will they stay there?
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Arthur in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and there's the bell for round 10. Is this the beginning of the end after 2 knockdowns last round?
2 knockdowns, and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Tyrone Richards in trouble here. I don't believe what we're seeing here.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere. Look at, and King Arthur goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Give me your ball.
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he could.
Oh, my God, Johnny! And Arthur is down to the canvas. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10. You're out.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.